You want it now?
Give me some bars, my friend.
Alright, you want it now? Alright, let's go. The different mentality. Alright. Now, with this super consciousness, we astonish and make it happen. Rhythm and poetry means I'm so in season to rapping, check it. Lightning is knowledge and thunderous clouds clapping, confirm knowledge, receipt, reclamation of what we're lacking. What was stolen, beholden to predators and destroyers, and we keep probing in misery, holding on to the joyous, molding the atmospheric mold, molecular structure to rupture the status quo with the ratio blacker lovers. Never bend down, never bow, never do we fall over, no even upon the back burner. We just burn slower. We will never be scrambling for the crumbs because we're able to season our own food and create our own table. With these fables and prophecies, lost as we find itself again. Relearning this being and nursing it back to health, and then send this order to a debacle and shackle as we do battle because we refuse to be cattle.
Okay, it's that time. This is the Coptic Essential Show. You got myself, the Minister. As I said, we're taking you round to the hours of 11 o'clock like we do each and every week, where you're going to get some conscious talk, some conscious vibes. We tell you this is essential listening. What do we have for you this week? What did we have for you last week? Last week we had a great guest up here. We had Dr. Stephen Sarley from the Mariandina Research Foundation. It was a great show. It was off the hook. People enjoyed it. It was nice. And we're going to give you more of the same flavour this week, but we're going to take it slightly differently. We have a brother up here. We have a brother up here. We have a noted brother up here. We have a great brother up here. We have a great young brother up here who is a regular to the Supreme Stable, and his name is Brother ShakaRa. You will always find him on the Vibes Masters show, Tones and Frequencies, each and every Saturday morning. But we have him up here today. We're going to be talking about something a little bit different. But before we do that, we have to open up the show by saying simply Namastu, and that means we bow to the divinity within you, because we recognize there's a young man on the show with us today, and we're going to be speaking about all things in regards to our 34th Baba, who we refer to as Baba Shabazz, also referred to as Omawale Malcolm X. We're going to be speaking about Malcolm X and celebrating the life and great works of Malcolm X, and even more so the legacy and that which he taught. And ShakaRa, who appears up here in the studio today, as somebody who has expertise in understanding the knowledge and the legacy, and we're going to kick that around in the studio today. But before we do that, my first question is, who is ShakaRa?
Indeed. Well, first of all, 10-9 warrior, greetings in the name of the Most High, the creator of the universe, the mother, father, creator of the universe. Yeah, ShakaRa is a son of the African liberation movement, coming through the school of the Alkebu-Lan revivalist movement, which was founded by many others, including my father, Brother Leader Bandaka, who remains the only remaining founding member and spiritual leader of the Alkebu-Lan revivalist movement. And so I'm a child of the liberation fight. I'm a child of African consciousness. I'm a child of African spirituality. I'm a child of Pan-Africanism. Nationalist Pan-Africanism, to be more specific. And yeah, you know, this is what, like you say, what I was raised in, what I was born in, and so I'm just here trying to fulfill that mission, you know.
You recognize, well, if I write in stone, you're going to remember. You're not going to lose it. You can't lose Amir, you can't lose these technical, it is there for you. And it's very important we go back to that way of living, going back to those ancestral rights, those cultures, those practices, what created an identity for us as a people before the big thieves came along with that identity theft. So I'm going to just throw just a couple more questions to you, and then we're going to flow into in regards to the events what we got coming up, because it's very important that we promote these events. As I often say on this radio station, there are dances in abundance to go to on the weekend, where you can go shake a leg and do all the things that you want to do. But what truly needs to be supported amongst us is these conscious events which are out there, which people are putting on to try and outbalance. So as a brother mentioned earlier on, and we mentioned very often up in here, that balancement of deeds, that universal balancement and that balancement of deeds. And the deeds we have to balance out is, at the moment, with too much swinging one way, we have to kind of ease back the other way. So positive events like this is something which we support. Not only this event, but also to balance out the dance hall business and that kind of stuff, we have edutainment. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on in the show also. But how did you get into the spoken word, and is it a business which you're going into, or is it just something that you just do because you got the knack for it, or is it something you're going to take to another level?
All right, tell them worry. Well, it's in a sense all of the above, but before any business or anything like that, it's a calling, it's a mission, it's again being raised in a certain particular way. We're taught about the traditions of our ancestors and being able to tap into that ancestral energy. And so when we look in our ancestral tradition, the word was an important aspect of the life's you know, the liberty, and not just the written word but the spoken word. There was a particular importance placed on the spoken word, being able to speak, because we understand that word sound is power. Word sounds carry spiritual vibration, that elevate consciousness, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, coming through that kind of environment in terms of being raised in an organization and also raised in a community that had a lot of artistic value within it, you know what I'm saying? When we went to, you know, the Pan-African community wasn't just about meetings, you know what I'm saying? We used to go Kwanzaa celebration and African Liberation Day celebration, where half the program is pure artists delivering, you know, spoken word or song, you know what I'm saying? Putting the message in an artistic form, and that's what really attracted me as a young man, you know. So we understand the ancient tradition that gave us a living example of the ancient tradition of the griot or the jali kunda from West Africa, you know what I'm saying, in terms of what word sound is for. So I could never come up now and just do music or word, spoken word, hip hop, reggae just mainly for entertainment. There's never that.
Just very, very briefly, I mean, I did want to speak about Black Manhood, but we just not out of time for that. But we've kind of, in discussing his life, in discussing his life and things, we have kind of touched on various aspects of that. So the men amongst us, but not just the men, because you know, there was a serious role played by his wife and the wives of these women, of these great men. You know, people forget the great wives what stood beside them, or the pillar or the backbone of these great men. You know what I mean? If you're out speaking, you return back to a life, something has to keep you stable, that stability, and that is the respect that we must have for the women. But you know, there is a strong destruction of black manhood. So this event on the 22nd of February 2015, is that what it's going to be predominantly dealing with? Okay,
in the Alkebu-Lan revivalist movement, we honour this the 21st of February, or around this time every year anyway, annually, since our inception. Obviously this being 50 years since the assassination is a particular significance. We used to have the commemoration publicly every year. We haven't done it for a few years for a different reason, but we're having it publicly this year. So the destruction of black manhood is the theme for the keynote address. The actual commemoration is a ceremonial event, it's a spiritual event, and it begins with us watching footage of Omowale Malcolm X himself speaking, being interviewed, so we can connect with his vibration on a more personal level. Then we watch, we replay the assassination. It's very important because that assassination was such a pivotal moment in our history that we should not forget that sacrifice. And so we will rewatch part of the film that dramatizes the assassination. We time it so that happens more or less in line with the reason why it's held on a Sunday is because it happened on a Sunday. So that happens in line with more or less the time that it happened 50 years ago. So that's going to be around 3 o'clock.
Look, we're running out of time. We've got another event very, very quickly. OMX Storm. It's big, it's out there.
It's massive. Well, normally we do Messiah Storm in the month of Messiah, which is called August, and so this time we're doing OMX Storm to honour Malcolm X, Omowale Malcolm X. The whole point of it is in line with we like to bring the music with the message, and so we galvanise a group of artists that we're going to minister to the brothers and sisters. We have a small presentation on life and legacy of Malcolm X, and then we've got into straight artistry. The organisation of Afro-American Unity was very much trying to establish an art centre in Harlem, whereby Africans could engage in artistic endeavours in the service of their people. And so this is our little humble contribution in honour of that programme also. So we bring together a number of artists, OMX, Omowale Malcolm X, Storm. The Storm aspect of it is Marcus Garvey said, look for me in the world, look for me in the storm. And so when we would figure out what we're going to call this thing, my brother said, keep with the storm thing, because Omowale Malcolm X was a part of the manifestation of the whirlwind and the storm of Marcus Messiah Garvey. So we continue with that. this RMX store is gonna be big. All my artists are massive. If you know them or you don't know them, first and foremost, we've got the one and only Swiss from the legendary Soul Sunday crew. We have Empress Imani coming all the way from Leeds. Spoken word artist JJ Bowler, MC Sister MC Isis Star, my little brother Soldier MC, magnificent, phenomenal MC, baddest in the world. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into that. We got my brother Mikel Amin, yeah, serious artist as well. And you know the warrior soldier, you know, the warrior soldier, Raspek Fire Bingi. Music's gonna be by my brother Natural Mystic, and I'm gonna be your humble host for that evening proceedings. And this event takes place on Friday, the 27th of February 2015. Doors open at 6 p.m. We're going to have stores as well from 6 p.m. There's going to be food out there also. And it's at the Caribou Centre, 7 Gresham Road in Brixton, SW9 7PH. For all information on these events, brothers and sisters, the tickets for that are £7 in advance, yeah, but it's more than door. So if you want tickets, you have to go to the website, yeah. There's a link from the website to the ticket, which is shubs.com, but the website is alkebu-lan.org. ALKEBULAN. That's ALKEBULAN.org, or failing that, you can go to ShakaRaSpeaks.com. That's SHAKARA Speaks, SHAKARA Speaks.com, and all the information is there. But you know what I mean, this RMX Storm thing is going to be massive. You know, as Alkebu-Lan, we like to do it, it's more at youth, but it's open to the family. Do you know what I'm saying? It's open to the family, so it's just different ways of bringing the same message. You know what I mean? So you know.
Okay, I'd like to thank ShakaRa for a great interview there. He's here to mention about this event. Please take your time to make your way down.